10,000 Moving Cities is about cities around the world which become more and more the same. You can choose any city and then information from the internet is searched about these cities and projected on 3D cubes and represent the city, which looks very similar to the next one you choose because they are always projected on the same cubes. I studied about globalization and how our world and also our society becomes more and more similar. The cities look more and more similar. The way we look, our hairstyle, our clothes, our habits, music becomes more and more similar. And in one hand side, it's nice. It's easier to communicate with other people from different culture. But on the other hand, it's a tremendous loss of diversity. And this I wanted to express through this project. The projects I do, they constantly change, different than paintings or videos. Every time you choose a city, new content is searched on the internet. So it's a software, it's real-time processed. And for that, you have to in one hand side you have to develop the software, and then some services maybe they change over time, so you have to adjust them. And there are many issues about getting this work run in a daily basis. In this project it's not virtual reality, it's kind of analog. So you have 4 projectors, from each side one, projecting images on 3-dimensional cubes. And there is an interface to choose any cities on the world, and when you choose one, content of these cities are searched on the internet, on YouTube, Flickr, Instagram, and projected on the cubes. And you can walk around the cubes, but it's not virtual reality, it's really analog. Yes, there is a touch screen. You can use Google Maps, and there you can click on any cities. And when you click the city, this city will be used as content of the projection. And also we will hear sound. So for example, you choose Lima, you hear sound about Lima, you see images about Lima. And of course you can choose remote places where you not easily can go, for example Hawaii or Fiji or whatever. And then you see the landscape there, and you hear the sound from there, and so on. Like I mentioned, this globalization process, that our lives become more and more common. If we go to cosmopolitan towns like New York, Shanghai, Bangkok, the city looks very similar. There are skyscrapers, there are highways, there are hotel chains, there are Starbucks coffees, and you find them everywhere. And you easily can be lost in a way, especially another good example is airports. When you're in an airport, you hardly know where you are. I mean, when you would not know where you are because they have the same restaurants, they have the gate look the same, they serve the same food and so on. And in that way, I mean, as I said, it's very cool that it's easy for us to navigate, to get the things we need. But on the other hand, there is this loss of diversity, loss of different culture in every sense, in music, in performing art. Also when I go to a museum in London or in Switzerland or in Berlin, they show similar style, the art hall looks very similar. Now I compare that how it was 200 years ago. So 200 years ago, the houses were built with local material. They were they were produced from local people. The architects were also kind of local. And now the material comes from all over the world. The architecture are international. It's planned usually on computers, which have this kind of computer knowledge system behind. So everything is very similar and less diverse.